All right, good morning. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties there. I had 360 video on. Nobody wants to see stock trading in 360 video, do you? I know I don't. So, real quick, it looks as if the futures is down overnight. Again, both in the ES and MNQ. NQ and ES are both down overnight. It looks as if though they tried to make a little move, but looks as if we got some pretty significant selling going on right now. Let me get into all right. Don't need this crap. Just want to double check the stream's working correctly. I had 360 video on earlier and it was kind of weird seeing a 360 view. All right. Yes, much better. Yay. Sorry about that. And we're back. Now, 360 views for stocks. All right, so again, my name is Darkpool Algo. Welcome to a morning session. We're a little late getting going. I review potential stock picks for the day using the Darkpool block trade algorithm provided by FlowTrade. If you haven't got your free trial at FlowTrade yet, head over to darkpoolcharts.com. There's a link in all over the place on our site. Go ahead and get a free trial. Take it for a spin. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, how-tos, let me know. I will guide you through it. It is probably one of the best dark pool and block trade algorithms out there. I've got quite access to quite a few, and this is the only one that really shows a real-time predictive what's happening where you can follow the actual dark pool algorithm as well as block trades. So I'm going to jump right into it. This is going to be loud. I got to move my mic for a second. Sorry about that. All right. Had it all set up, everything going. All right. So I'm just going to go through my list that I found here. I'm going to jump off with Apple. Oh, oil's getting destroyed too. Reduce my level of dark pool block trades to 3 or 4. As we can see, they had an event yesterday. They sold off after the event. The dark pool algorithm is currently curled up and increasing, which indicates that they may start buying Apple again. We've got this block trade level at approximately 133-ish. That's a nice cluster. This is going to act as a magnet, then resistance, then support. If we can get back up to that level, that 133 level, I would anticipate a little bit of choppiness or taking profit. So we'd like to see it go up, hit that level, use it as resistance, right? Find that level, get through that level, and then make its next move up to the 334, 335 level. So bringing up the charts for Apple. All right, daily chart for Apple shows that they just had their event. We're currently oversold on the RSI. We've got a decreasing histogram and decreasing MACD. However, we're in a low compression 4-hour, 4-day squeeze. We're currently resting right at the 50 SMA, and our EMAs are stacked positive. Short term for Apple, since it does move pretty well, I got it, like I said, that 130, was it the 134? So 134-ish, 133, 75, 134 is going to be resistance. If we can get through that level, we've got 135 contrarian. If we do sell off, since futures are down and we've got a ways to go, we've really got support at 125. So that would be previous support at 125. If we were to do fib, that falls right in line with that 618 extension or retracement, excuse me. 127 is another key level, would be the 50%. There, I don't really use the 382, but it may be appropriate in this case. Nah. All right, so Apple, if we can maintain this 50-day channel, we can look for a move upwards, since we are oversold and we're decreasing on our MACD given time. We'd like to see that to the upwards, to the upside. Contrarian, if Apple cannot maintain that 50 period EMA, or excuse me, SMA, wow. All right, Toss is being a pain today. We do have previous support at 127 and 125. 127 would be a reversion to the mean, the 21-day EMA. 125 is the 34-period EMA. So I personally would like Apple to revert to come down and find support at 128 for the next move upwards. All right, I'm just gonna write this down. Apple support at 127, which is the 21. 125 is the 34 EMA. I would anticipate, with the way that futures are going, that we do revert to the mean. So those 127s, 125 levels are going to be important. We do have a trend. We've got a trend line support right at that 125-ish level. So important levels for Apple are going to, like I said, 125, 127. For the next move upwards. Algo is curling up. So, all right, I'm going to get through some of these a little quicker. AEM is another one that I found. So you can see we've got nice trend. The Algo is currently buying. I'm a long bias trader, so I tend to find more outperformers rather than playing both sides of the ball. So AEM, nice long uptrend. The Algo is currently curled up. If that can maintain support, we can anticipate another move upwards for AEM. AEM on the daily. We are currently stacked positive on all our EMAs. The 50 is getting ready to cross the 200 period SMA, Golden Cross. We are, get out, sorry, that's the 4 hour. I don't know how I ended up on that. Try this again. All right, AEM on the daily. We have earnings coming up on the 29th. I'm going to go ahead and drop a line there, letting me know what we've got coming up for earnings. All right, we are currently stacked positive on our EMAs. We are above the 50 SMA, below the 200 period SMA. That is going to provide resistance when we get to that level. Just go ahead and throw a line there that looks at the 71.75 with a daily ATR of $1.50. And it's at about 9 days, so $10 move from 66 to 71. Definitely feel like we could reach that $71 level before earnings. We are in a monthly squeeze. It's kind of hard to fire off a monthly squeeze, but we've just fired off a daily squeeze 5-6 days ago. That squeeze has ended. We are increasing on our MACD, increasing momentum on the histogram. Like I said, this is a pretty good looking stock. Had some nice upward direction over the last couple days. We are currently at the 50 period, the 50% extent retracement, bringing it down to the 4-hour chart. That's what got me jacked up. My charts are switched. There we go. All right. Potential cup and handle forming on the 4-hour. I'd like to see this come back down and test a 50% retracement, or potentially the 80 MA. That would be a nice completion of a cup and handle. However, with the movement on this, I don't know if we're going to get that retracement. However, we did just cross above the 200 SMA. So, AEM, lots of upward momentum. We've got a bullish sentiment. We've got the algo is buying. I'd like the stock to come back down and test the 65, 68 level for the next move upward. My target's going to be 71. AEM monthly options, that $70 level, definitely well within reach. Just keep in mind that earnings is in 7 days, so manage your risk accordingly. Not a whole lot of volume as can be seen, so it may be difficult to get filled. All right, next one I'm moving into AMT. All right, we've got another one that the algo has been buying, especially over the last couple days when everything has been selling off. This is an outperformer. All right, algo is trading with price in a bullish direction. We've got upward trendline support from price action. I'd like to see the algo curl to continue the move upward. AMT. Real quick, I'm going to hop over and check in on futures. All right, looks as though we may have found a bottom-ish. All right, this green line is VWAP. Looks as though on ES we came down and we tested VWAP. One standard deviation VWAP from the beginning of the overnight session. It's a nice little study I created. It's pretty spot on. I'll go into that another day. So it looks like ES came down, touched the 4114 level. Looks as though it may have found a little support there, and it's on it may reverse, which is good for the market. Pullback, support for the next move up. Same thing happened with the NQs. We came down, tested support, hopefully for the next move upwards, which would indicate maybe we get a little bit of a long direction today. Sorry about that. I digressed. AMT, American Tower Corp. Strong bullish direction. Algo's buying with price action. We have earnings coming up the 29th. All right, we just passed the 250 level. Any whole round numbers like that I consider pretty significant. I always just try to drop a trend line on there, or just a price level, just indicating that 250 level. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so there's that 250 level. We've got positive stacked EMAs. The 8's on top of the 21, on top of the 34. We've got the 50 on top of the 200 SMA. We've got increasing histogram strength. Our radium fire is increasing as well. from a squeeze perspective, we've got a 10, 15, and 20-minute squeeze. The 5-minute squeeze just fired. Let me just double check that I've got my extended hours on here. I don't ever save this when I do that. That's the problem. All right, overnight session. Looks like we were flat. As you can see here by price. We came down and we tested the 50 period. Remember, this is the 1-minute chart, so I'm just looking at generalized movement. I don't ever trade off the 1 minute. But it looks as though we did come down, found support at the 50. Our algos, or excuse me, our price action may come down and find support at the 200. That's on the 1-minute chart. All right, longer term, what I'd like to see, Fibonacci on the 4-hour chart. It looks like we just smashed through that 127 extension. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to drop in a, or excuse me, 127 retracement. I'm going to drop in an extension from that previous high. Try that again. Drop in an extension. Low to high to low. Gives me some targets. All right. AMT, I'd like it to come back, test support at 250, possibly 248. Actually, I'd like it to come down and test one of those two levels, either the psychological 250 level or the 8 EMA, which is at 148.75. If we maintain support, a break of the 250, a break at 255, and we're heading, let's see, comes down. If it tests support at 250, I would look to go long. 269 or 270 would be my target. We have weeklies, which I like. I'm going to go to the 30th. They have earnings on the 29th at 270. Super cheap. Not a whole lot of open interest. I'm going to jump out to May 21st. Those 270s are well within my risk tolerance. So May 21st, 270s. Sorry, I keep checking in on futures. All right. Let me just move some stuff around here. Possibly. All right, I said May 21st, 270s. So my target is a 270 on the 21st. This level here. Right. That's a pretty good target. Is that in that, I can't talk today. So the stock is currently moving at, come on. All right, so the trend is at a 26-degree level. If we were to just follow the trend, right, definitely be able to hit that 270 before the 21st, right? And that's given the earnings and everything. All right, I digress. I need to keep going. So AMT, come on. Seriously. All right, D. I've got about 10 minutes left. D is bullish or bearish. Dominoes, DPZ. We've got bullish divergence. I'm going to write that one down. I want to get to some of these names that ARK has been investing in pretty heavily over the last couple of days. C's is one. We've got bullish divergence on C's. U is another one. We've got bullish divergence on U. And I believe they're into shop as well. So shop, we've got bullish divergence. All right, let's see which one of these has the best looking potential. U. All right, I'm gonna jump into U real quick. All right, U. On the dark pool block trade algorithm has diverged from price action. We've got a cluster of block trades that has come in that is going to act as a magnet. They're not bunched together, but they're within 25 cents of each other. Well, the 101. So 101 or 50 cents of each other. So we've got 101.25 and 101.75 as the top. There's a really old, so March 31st, 150 cent block trade. I'm going to go ahead and use these block trades as a magnet and also as support for the algo. You can see the algo just has been kind of just using those block trades as support. What I'd like to see is price action to continue in this upward direction. One thing I need to make sure that we do is we do break this falling channel support. We can break that, right? Maybe come out and test, come back, break through it, come back and retest it for the next leg upward. We've also got $94 block trades as support. All right, so we're kind of right in the middle. What I'd like to see with you, this is Unilever, Unity software. Oh, software. Looks like it's relatively new. Earnings on next May. So their first earnings? No, it's their third. Previous earnings, last earnings, they fell off the face. Earnings before that, they ran up. Looks like we've come down, we found a double bottom. We've got trendline support. At 90, I'm going to call it 93. However, our Squeeze Pro histogram is increasing. We're in a squeeze. We're light blue on the daily, and we're in a high compression daily squeeze. If that fires and the histogram is light blue and increasing, you can anticipate it may fire long. We've got shorter term trend support. I'm not going to consider that. We're currently in a neutral area as far as RSI is concerned. We are in a medium squeeze and compressing for the last 2 weeks. We do have some downward trend support. I'm trying to figure out where that came from. This one? This guy right here. So as long as we can maintain support at this 95-ish level, wait for that squeeze to fire, should propel us in an upward direction. We do have resistance at 128, which is the 200 SMA. Fibonacci short term. So 104 is the 618 retracement. 101 is the 50% retracement. Looks as if though we've had a problem getting through that 104 level. 100 is obviously a psychological level for most stocks. If we can break through that, then there's usually, that squeeze, that compression, all that energy of trying to get through the $100 level gets released for the next massive move up. I'm going to target 115, previous high. All right, looks like they have monthlies. The 115s are well within my risk tolerance. They are a strike below the massive open interest strike. A lot of people like to follow the leader with that open interest. However, I've seen market makers come up and close right on that 120 level or 119.95 and not have to pay anybody. So I like to move it in just a little bit. The 115s are well within my risk tolerance. I add those to the watch list. Well within before earnings. Well, they're about a week before earnings. All right. Thanks for joining me. And it's 6 o'clock. I've got to get going. Let's see if there was one more that I could look at. I really haven't seen any blocks come through or any upward interest in these. Shop, Domino's, about Ford. I'm gonna do Ford real quick. Wow. Let's see what Futu's doing. Don't get sucked in. Don't do it. All right, real quick review of Ford. All right, way too many blocks for me to even see. I'm going to reduce it down to the past 7. We've got a block trade that came in yesterday at the $11.60 level as we were selling off, right? We came down, we found support, the algo curled upwards, which means that they found what they wanted looking for and they started buying again. What I'd like to see to be a buyer in Ford is I'd like to see that algo continue up to the previous block trade level from the day before at 12. So we do have a block trade cluster coming in at 1220 to 1224. This is going to be a massive target. It's also going to provide our support and resistance for the next leg upwards, right? Price is currently trading with the algo. There's this block trade at 1160 that's going to provide resistance. The target's going to be the $12 block trade, which is 1209, and that's Ford. Bring up Ford on the chart. All right, looks as if that we sold off. Looking for a previous support level at $11. Which is where that gap occurred. We've also got a reversal doji, inverted hammer back in January that reversed this downtrend that Ford was in. I'm just going to go ahead and drop in a channel from the top of that doji, or top of that hammer wick, to the body of the candle. Even though that's going to be my next level of major support, we were also currently testing previous support of this trend. It'd be this trend. It's trend reversal doji back in February. As long as we maintain support in this channel, I'd look to potentially wait for our RSI to turn and curl back upwards for us to gain more positive momentum on our squeeze. See how it just came down and popped right in that channel. On the 4-hour intraday, with earnings coming up, is it this week? So Ford has earnings on the 28th, so a week from now. I gotta be quick. I got some things I gotta do. All right. All right, for Ford, if we maintain support here, we need to get through, back up and through the daily bottom. The 200 4-hour SMA is right at $11. So I'm going to call support 11, break of that 11, and we really don't have anything else holding us up with forward till the 200 SMA on the daily, which is, come on, which is down here at 950, 937. Gotta maintain that. If not, we're gonna fall quite a ways. All right, I have to run forward 1250 target. So maintain support at 1145. We could hit 1250 if we break that 1145 support. Next resistance or next support level is 11. We break 11, we've got a fall to 945. All right, thanks for joining me. Please let me know in the comment section if there's any stocks you guys would like to see. Hit me up on Twitter for any suggested. I'm going to do a video at the end of the day. If you'd like your stocks to be included in those, let me know. I will do a deeper dive. We'll spend a little bit more time on the algo with each one of those. Again, my name is Dark Bull Algo. Thanks for joining me this morning, April 21st. Hit the like button, subscribe, and have a great day.